Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I wanted to just take a second while we go about the day on harvest. So this is going to be honestly the most everyday version of a video that you've seen. More than the topic of this video. There's so much that we get done in that I found to dig down a lot of the farming aspect of things, and there was a lot done in late spring. Genuinely, it just makes me really proud of everything that we accomplished. So this will be the last part of the clip that you'll see of farming. And here I'm finally done, and start working on the farmhouse, which, mind you, really seems quite bare, quite, a shell of a thing, but I've been putting more time into maintaining the farm as a moneymaker during the seasons and not more into where I live because let's be completely honest, this is still Minecraft, and how many of us actually focus on our bases when we have quests to complete? So this is honestly the most real part of the video, in my opinion, is just the hard work that it takes to go about and build and maintain, you know, a farm that actually provides us with money to do all of these fantastic things and go and build places for the rest of the village, because as you can tell, we've been slowly but surely expanding. Actually, this video has a lot of expanding, so I'm not really surprised that, you know, my house fell by the wayside, and I've been focusing more on, everything around me. I guess you could say it's selfless, and some of it is even, dare I say, untimely. But, you know, a farmer's gonna do what a farmer's gonna do, especially when it comes to the village and supporting the people around him. So, this is just what I have chosen as the path when it comes to, the progression of the house versus the progression of everything else. And so now, once we get out of here, I'm just going to, touch up a little bit more on the farm, as far as the farmhouse goes, just making sure I have everything I need, and that involves a lot of deep slate for the roof, for very obvious reasons. That's what the roof is made out of, as well as the fact that I wanted to make this world how I am. I would like to think of myself as very, giving and very selfless and very putting myself last when it comes to the people around me. And sure, that can be a problem in of itself. But when it came down to, you know, how this game progressed and the quest that we did, I thought that was the most true thing to me, which was going to be, you know, doing everything else around me and focusing on myself last. So I very much appreciate all the little moments where, you know, I get to build another house for another villager, or, you know, create little paths, or make just builds that improve on the quality of life within this very budding village. So yeah, just don't be surprised at the progression of things. It's just the way I go. speaking of progression of things, because I completely have been thinking about this the entire time, I think it's high time that there is a bridge connecting over the lake. Because, I mean, hey, there's gonna be a lot of things over there, and the last thing I want is for the village to seem cut off, disconnected, and a problem when it comes to the general flow. I don't want, I guess the best way to put it is, I don't want the village to seem separate from where I live. And I want interaction flowing around me at all times. It's a part of the reason that I love the feeling of togetherness. I love feeling community. I love all of those little things. So I think it's high time that we get a bridge in here. Now, as for why did I not have my wood ready for me? Who genuinely knows? That is a fault of my own and nothing else. Also, there's just, I don't want to spoil anything, but there is so much work that happens in this video that honestly I think was a long time coming, and honestly it kind of makes me sad in retrospect that it took this long to do so. So here I'm just, you know, working on what would be the bridge. Here you can see that it's about 75% done. And this is just so handy. I was getting so tired of swimming across, and it was just taking far too long. So this was a welcome change, and honestly, I think that it was a change that needed to happen. So here I am, just putting some things away, grabbing things that I needed, and honestly just giving myself the moment to settle down, because actually this was, I think, around 6. No one in my comments mentioned the name. This was about 6 to 7 hours worth of footage that is condensed into a 52-minute video. So bear with me when it comes to getting materials and things of that nature. But what I'm going to do now is get a ton of wood, because it needs, yeah, that needs to happen. I am running out of wood. And, or not even running out of wood, I have ran out of wood. And this just starts a series of me getting, you know, bits and pieces for projects here and there, so I won't bother you with any sort of voiceover in that regard, but know that there is a lot that happens in this video, and there's a lot that happens where I had to condense things just for the sake of time management, so that this video didn't become 2 hours long. So this is Ace, and he is our carpenter. And I think that I will let you guys interpret all of these characters' voices. But just know I do have my favorites. And honestly, I thought the mechanics of Ace were going to be much more difficult to deal with, and he was going to be, I guess, we expected him to be a more hands-on villager. But given that, like, a lot of things that he sells are, like, substantially easy to get, or, as far as the village expansion goes, wasn't that pricey at all. It actually was a sigh of relief. I know I've mentioned it before, but this game is very reminiscent to Stardew Valley, and I genuinely have so many qualms against Robin the Carpenter, so this, I guess, was me holding my breath and not knowing what to expect when it came to that. But there's so much building in this next little part, and I don't want to crowd that out with a lot of my voice. So I will let you guys enjoy, and I will be back a little bit later. Alright, thanks. And here we go. Finally, we have our blacksmith. And I think it's just kind of funny that Ace and Aiden both start with A. And they are honestly two of the most important villagers that we're going to have. You're about to see why, as far as a gameplay mechanic, that Aiden is extremely helpful. Um, and I'm just really glad that this part of the video progressed in such a way that I could get him very quickly and, you know, really get things up and running as far as putting together the village and finding places for villagers to go and builds to go and things to really start thriving. After some time, I finally got all of my tools upgraded, and now we are finally getting another villager in. I told you guys that this video was going to be really boots on the ground as far as, you know, what slash when we start filling in, you know, the village and we start bringing in more people. And I always love these building animations. Now, what I will say is a lot of me thought that, you know, I could have, how do I say this? I could have built them better homes, but for the sake of simplicity of, you know, the progression of these videos and how, you know, how long it would take in as far as viewer time and, you know, given that I am only posting once a week, I didn't want this to be prolonged by extensive amounts of building. I mean, hey, I still don't really have a house. So here we are. And that's not even me complaining, that's me being completely real. I don't have a house. So why would I subjugate you guys as the viewer to watching me build even more buildings, knowing that this progression is crucial? Also, I really, really do love the market. It comes in handy so much in the preparation of the farm and the management of the farm and just everything about the flow of the videos changes after this video, and I'm so grateful for that. And honestly, I hope you guys are too, because I think that I have a good span of judgment when it comes to, oh, things are going slow, or oh, things are progressing too fast. And honestly, the last two videos, things I feel like were just slightly stagnant, and I could have done more if I knew the progression was going to be the way it was. And that's a fault of my own for not really looking into the progression itself. But hey, we're here for a good time, not a long time. Actually, I hope this channel is here for the longest amount of time, but you know what I mean. And so now I'm just finally returning to the farm to, you know, get my bearings in order as far as what is happening on the farm and things that need to be done. And honestly, this is such a turning point in the videos that I know I've said it so much, but I, I truly do believe it. And I want you guys to know that this progression stays. We continue to make good on these days very, very well. And that makes me really, really happy. I also just wanted to note here a little bit that I was completely wrong last video when I said that there was gonna be a mad dash this video for um the upgrade to the farm itself. That was not true. I was mixing up my progression between the villagers and the farm itself. Like, as in my farm where the crops are growing. Now, luckily, in late spring, we do get a lot of rain, which really does help with the progression. That I was really thankful for. But next video is going to be the absurd dash for, you know, bits and pieces going here, there, and everywhere else. And as far as that goes, I think that that will be the final push that we really do need in order to get these bits and pieces going here and there. And the final kind of aspect of being able to travel more and being able to just get more going. So I really do appreciate that everyone has stuck by these videos even as the progression took quite some time. So thank you so much. It means the absolute world to me. And there's not much else that I have to say about this video other than, thanking you all again every single time for welcoming me into your space and allowing me to entertain you for the last, 48-ish minutes, and for the last just about 3.5 here, I will disappear into the nothingness that is voiceover land and let you guys enjoy. There are two clips at the end of this in like rapid succession, and that is just the final placement as we transition from late spring into early summer. So there is a little building at the end and a little sneak peek into summer. So yeah, thank you everyone so much. And as for the thumbnail of this video, which, yes, I am putting in information about the thumbnail at the end of the video, even though you guys have already clicked on this video, seen what the thumbnail is, everything else, I would just like to say it has taken so long to actually get this character done for the thumbnails, and it has taken such an egregious amount of time crafting and working on the lore of these videos and, you know, sharing my lore and everything else. And I've already told you bits and pieces. I haven't explained why certain bits and pieces are the way they are. But you guys do know some things. And next video, we will dive into a little bit of the lore of the channel while we, go about our business of just the main parts of the video. And again, I just wanted to take the quick second here to thank you all for everything, for inviting me into your space, for allowing me to have a portion of your time. And honestly, if these videos relax you, that makes my day. And if these videos are just something to have on in the background, great. Thank you for choosing me for that sound, because I know that that background sound can get important for me. So thank you for choosing me as that for you. And this is the start of something great. I just know it. So thanks again. I will let you guys enjoy this like last minute and a half, and I will see you guys next week. All right. Bye.